Hey, everybody, it is another episode of Thirsty Thursday, and I am Michele with Fun in Key West and talk about some of the iconic places that I'm sure all of you have on your list when you head to Key West. But I thought, you know what? I think it's time to do an overview of, in no particular order, some of the best bars in Key West. Sometimes the reason why we go down to Key West, right? So, and there's no actual list or perfect list of places you must see or must do or must go to, but I think there are some really cool places to check out. And if you are there for the first time or for the 10th time, there's always our favorite places that we go back, especially for a repeat visitor. And so we have the iconic Key West classics. I talk about these places all of the time. So you have, starting off, and again in no particular order, Green Parrot. So this place here is one of the oldest bars in Key West, and it is known for its awesome music. You've got sound check on Sundays. There is no food served. You can grab some free popcorn. This place doesn't do the fancy foo-foo drinks, so if you're looking that you're going to get a blender drink, I don't even think they have a blender. You're going there to enjoy the music, the ambiance, and all of that the Green Parrot can offer. Another iconic place, if you hit around the corner, is Sloppy Joe's. And I know, you're saying, Michele, this place is absolutely a tourist trap. I don't think it is. They always have a heavy pour. They have music running all day. The food is good. If you're traveling with younger people, you can bring them in there up until I think 9 o'clock at night. And then it transitions into mostly an adult place. But it's a nice place just to hang out. They've got several bar tops that you can sit at, plus the tables. And it just has a really cool history. Another one on my iconic classic list is Captain Tony's. This place is classic, it's historical. You've got the tree in there, you have the references back to Jimmy Buffett. It's the original Sloppy Joe's, and outside is the fish, and you stand backwards and you try to put the coin into the fish's mouth. How many of you have tried to do that? I am raising my hand saying I have tried it. How many of us were successful? I am not raising my hand, but if you have been successful, I would love to hear all about it. Want to be out near the water and check out some places near the water? Let's look at some waterfront gems. There's a Schooner Wharf. Two happy hours. They would have a happy hour starts, I think, at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and then they run one in regular happy hour time. Little hidden secret. They have an upstairs place. I'm going to call it a balcony. It's not really a balcony, but they have an upstairs place. And you can go up there and sit, and it has an amazing view of the harbor and the water. And you can still hear the music, you can still be part of that. But if you just want to take a little bit of an escape, check out that place. This one is, although I'd say it's iconic, it is on the water, and that is Sunset Pier. It has the tropical colored stools and tables and the green umbrellas, and you can see an amazing sunset view from there. You're probably going to have to get there early so that you always have a seat, but that's a great place to check out. They play music all day, so if you just want to watch the boats go by and the jet skis and all of that, be sure to take a seat along the edge and watch that. Want a little bit more of a brewery beer vibe? Be sure to check out the Waterfront Brewery. They have great beers. They brew them there. It's on the water. The doors open up and you can see the water. If you're in a little bit more of a party mode and you want to hit the town and do some kind of fun things and hit the hot spots, of course, there's Dirty Harry's and Rick's, that whole complex right there on Duval. You've got the Tree Bar, which I think has the best Greyhound in town. But you also have Dirty Harry's, and you've got the pizza place, and you've got Rick's upstairs. So there's music, and you can wander around throughout the whole complex. If you want to be part of the entertainment and part of the show, of course, you have Irish Kevin's. It's rowdy, it's raunchy, it's fun. The entertainers bring in the audience, and you will lose an afternoon or two if you walk in the door. One of my favorite places to sit outside and just enjoy music, and of course, grab some food from Garbo's is Hank's Hair of the Dog. I think their white peach sangria is absolutely amazing. And you can't beat the view. You're sitting outside, you're under the trees, you can grab a taco from Garbo's, and I think that just makes for an afternoon or evening. Looking for something a little more quirky or unique. You have the bowl, the whistle, and the Garden of Eden. I like going into the bowl. There's no food. It's not fancy, but they usually have a really cool singer that plays. And then upstairs at the whistle, you've got the pool tables, and you can stand outside on the balcony. And of course, you have the Garden of Eden, which, you know what? I've never been there. If you've been there, say, hey, Michele, I've been there. Let me know about it. But that's a clothing optional bar in Key West, and so it's very busy usually during Fantasy Fest. This place, I think there's like 4 seats in it, but it's the smallest bar. It's just this little hole in the wall. You can walk up, grab your drink to go. I think there's 4 stools in there, might be 6 stools in there. It's just the coolness of being able to go in and say, I ordered a drink and walked out of the smallest bar. If you're in the mood for something a little more cozy and you want to try something a little more funky, Shots and Giggles. That's a great place to head over. They have a great shot menu, obviously, but it's just this funky little place, and it's cool and it's cozy and it's off the beaten path. Not a lot of people go there, but I like heading over there just for a shot and a cocktail. Looking for something a little more, I don't know, upscale. I'm not going to say upscale because there really isn't a whole lot of a dress code in Key West, but a little more intimate, a little more cozy. The Rumbar over down at the Speakeasy. They have, I think, over 150 different rums. You can do a rum flight. They have all kinds of rum inspired cocktails you can try. And they have this neat little bar that you can sit around. And it's just this cool place to walk in, especially if you are feeling kind of tropical and in the mood for rum. Love the Rum Bar. If I'm in the mood for a fantastic craft made cocktail, I'm going to head over to the Roost. It's this cool little spot. They have it for small plates. And I talk about them quite a bit, but they've got it's just a cool vibe. It's not a big place. Be sure to make sure you time it right on that one. And of course, a glass of wine at the end of the day is near and dear to my heart. And I love heading down Duval, down to Vino's. You can sit out on the porch and then watch people walk by and just enjoy a nice glass of wine. I just think it's an amazing place. Inside, they've got all the corks that are on the ceiling and a design, and it's just this really cool place. You can order like a charcuterie board, and then they bring them in from, I think, down the street. They partner in with a restaurant down the street. If you're in the mood for a little more live music, a little more funky things, a little more entertainment side, and not looking for a quiet, cozy place, of course, you have Willie T's, which is right there on Duval. They always have live music going, and you cannot miss Willie T's because they always have the dollar bills up on the wall. One of my favorite places off the beaten path to go to is Mary Ellen's. They have a frozen Irish coffee that is scrumptious. Love it. And of course, they play, I talk about this all the time. They have the TVs going, so if you're into sports and you wanted to catch the game, it's usually playing there. They also run Chive TV, which I think is to me, it's the bar version of TikTok. I think it's a cool thing. It's a great way just to watch people do silly things. But they also do karaoke nights, they do vibrator races, and don't miss out on the grilled cheese and the tomato soup. There's nothing more comforting in Key West than a cocktail, a grilled cheese, and a cup of tomato soup. I know it sounds like, what? Trust me, you will love it. I love jazz. And so the Little Room Jazz Club is one of my favorite places to go. Small venue, very cozy, but they have usually a great bands that come in and play, and you're just going to love it, especially if you like craft cocktails and jazz. And it swings back and forth between all kinds of live music. Yeah, Melissa, I agree. Mary Ellen's, she's saying in the comments here that she loves Mary Ellen's and the vibrator races. Exactly. They are a great way to support the locals because all of the funds that they raise through those races go to support a local cause each time. And if you are in town, head over there, support the locals. It's a great thing to do. Some hidden gems and local favorites that we could add to the list: Island Dogs, laid back, great drinks. Obviously, they have the hot dogs. So if you love hot dogs, make sure to check that out. Old Town Tavern and Beer Garden. It's a quieter spot. You've got a relaxed vibe. They offer a great happy hour specials all throughout the week, and they have some food. As if you're looking for food, they do offer food. One of the other places I like that's on the edge and it's just a fun place to sit is Tattoo and Scars. And I just love their saying, their logo, their tagline, which is, each relationship ends in either one, meaning a tattoo or a scar. And it's just this edgy, funky place to go. A lot of the locals hang out there. It's not a fancy place. It's got a pool table, and I just like the vibe there. It's a great place just to walk in, grab something, sit at the bar, have a chat with the bartender. Be nice to the bartenders, tip them well, talk to them, and if you are engaging and nice, they'll tell you all kinds of places to go check out. Looking for something a little more outdoorsy, beachy, sportsy kind of spots, of course you have Hogfish. The interesting thing, the way Hogfish is set up, and this is the one over on Stock Island, so you go to Hogfish Bar and Grill. This one has the picnic tables outside. They offer great views of the old time Key West. It's that old strike pack, so if you can get over to Stock Island, check that one out. If you can't get over to Stock Island, of course, you have Hog's Breath, iconic place, bringing bands, and you can check out their food and their cocktails. If you want to put your feet in the sand and want to check out a place that offers not only some really interesting food, but also cold beer, and maybe a seltzer or something, head over to Loggerhead's Beach Bar. You walk up, you grab your cocktail, you grab your food, and you can sit there in a chair, you put your feet in the sand, you look out at the water, and I'm telling you, it is absolutely amazing. And then the smallest craft, it's like a microbrewery. It's the most southernmost microbrewery in the country is First Flight, and it's in the old Pan Am building. This was the original home and birthplace of Pan Am. And so you get that historic vibe that they've put into this place. And of course, that's why it's called First Flight, because it was the place and the birthplace of Pan Am. They do have a full food menu, but try out their microbrews. If you love beer and like to try craft beer, that is definitely some place you need to check out. And I want to say these are honorable mentions. They're not really honorable mentions. They're still some of my favorite places. Of course, I talk about them all the time. General Horseplay. You head over there, they have old fashioned classes you can take, classic cocktails. It's cozy, it's got this really cool happy hour game that you can play. And I think it has this really neat vibe. It's not, I haven't found another place that kind of strikes me that is that place somewhere else. Iconic is the chart room. It's small, hard to find. It's historical significance because you have the connection back to Jimmy Buffett. You get the free peanuts. I think they still have the hot dogs. It's just something about walking in and having at least one time going over to the chart room. And if you are in the mood for an absolute yummy, custom made Bloody Mary, check out Ram's Head. This place offers, it's a relaxed spot. It has this outdoor seating and this ability to make a custom Bloody Mary that if that's your thing, you will love this place. So I've mentioned a few places and noted which ones I really like. I think I noted that I liked them all. I think if you guys were asked, you would probably say the same thing, that you like all of them. But let me know which ones did I miss that are like, hey, Michele, these are ones that you absolutely should have on your list as one of the best bars in Key West. And you know what? Maybe we'll update the list. In the meantime, I have put a link here to our happy hour list. That's how you get on our newsletter. That's how you get staying up to date. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but our podcast has now been revived and we are putting out new episodes. And so be sure to check out our podcast wherever you find your podcast. If our podcast is not on the platform that you get your podcasts on, let me know and we'll see if we can get it on there. Melissa's saying Boathouse has the best happy hour. Must have the Boathouse bread. Oh, I agree, Melissa. I think that is absolutely one of the best places. You can't beat the view either. And it's a nice walk over. In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoy your Thirsty Thursday. Share your pics on all the socials on what you're doing for Thirsty Thursday. If you are experimenting or trying a new drink, let us know. Let us figure it out and see if we want to copy your recipe and have us all try it. You guys have a great one. I am Michele with Fun in Key West. Remember, head over to FunInKeyWest.com, and over there is all kinds of information on where to stay, where to eat, and obviously where to drink. Have a good one, guys.